Are you an overthinker? Do you spend 80% of your time just over analyzing absolutely everything from a text to why the weather is ruining your vibe? Maybe you should take up journaling. If you're anything like me and mentally you're just clocked in 24/7 and you overanalyze absolutely everything about your own life, you may need to get a journal, babe. I have been journaling since I was a child. I remember having a journal in the 4th grade. I threw her out in a fit of rage and a fit of sadness and anger because, story time, my uncle got me a laptop when I was younger, right? I don't even think we had internet and I didn't even have access to the internet. So what did I do on my brand spanking new laptop? I wrote. You know, I love reading and writing since I was young. So to be able to express myself as a 4th grader and wanting to write and express myself is insane. Like, bro, big brain baddie, get out of here, you know? I wrote something about my dad on my laptop and he read it, and that was just a whole thing, right? But that was like a digital diary, a digital journal. Bro, I was out here in my Carrie Bradshaw, like literally blogging, and my father read that entry about him and it was just a whole thing. He was so upset and I was just like, no, I didn't mean it. No, I meant every single word. I meant every single word, but younger me was like, no, oh my God, no. So ever since then, I had a journal. I remember it was blue. Oh, I remember the journal so vividly, and I wish I didn't throw it out because it would be so amazing to read what younger me had to say. I was so nervous that my dad would find my teeny weeny journal, and so I threw it out, and now my thoughts are in a landfill. So that's that. Bro, journaling is so important. Journaling is just has become one of my favorite outlets to just expel whatever energy is in here, whether it be good or bad. Being able to journal has been one of the most profound things that I've ever taken on in my life. And considering the fact that I started journaling from such a young age, it's just become such an integral part of my life. It just breaks my brain that there are adult people who don't see the benefits of journaling and or writing down their thoughts. Like adult humans that are like, journaling, like why would you do that? Why would you not? Like, why would you not want to have several books with all your thoughts throughout the years? Like, come on, it's so intriguing. It's so intriguing to go back and read an entry and be like, damn, you were cooking, or damn, you were dumb. Like, what? Like, I love being able to have access to myself in that way, right? Listen, everyone, stand up. We do not read people's journals. We don't do that here just because I've had that experience of being violated, and it's such a violation. It's such a violation, and the fact that I've experienced that and I would never it's such an invasion. It's such an invasion of privacy. Don't read people's journals. As you can see, I feel very strongly about that. And you know what's so amazing about journaling? It's your journal. It can be formatted in any way. I've seen people journal like in collage format, and so they'll just it's just pictures and cute little blurbs about the picture and what that there's such an endless possibility of ways to journal. I'm more of like a dear diary. Bro, there's something in my eye. I'm literally about to rip my eye out. I am definitely like a dear diary. Today was type of I am a chronological order type of girl. I am gonna go through. We're gonna read my journal entries together. I love reading my journal entries because I'm like, who was that girl? But also shout out to that girl because she's the reason I'm the girl that I am today. You know what I mean? There's no wrong way to journal. It can be literally a stream of consciousness, dump, a mind map, something. But yeah, like I said, I'm a chronological order baddie. My first journal when I was in grade 4, threw that one out in a fit of rage, in a fit of heartbreak, essentially. And then I didn't write. I had literally this fear of having a journal because someone would read it. Someone in my nosy ass family would read it, right? And then I didn't write for many, many moons. And then when I graduated high school, I got myself this journal. And it says, he will cover you with his feathers and under his wings you will find refuge. Psalm chapter 9, chapter 91, verse 4. I don't know if I bought this or if my uncle bought it, but getting this and just having this Bible verse, at the time I was like still trying to figure out my relationship with God, and I had just gotten out, like I was in a cult or something. Actually, it could have been out of a youth group. And so I was like still very much rocking, living for Jesus, hence the Bible verse. I still absolutely find this Bible verse so beautiful, but me and Jesus are cool. I respect him, but like, this is not a conversation about religion. There's something in my eye, bro. Damn, you know when you just do a little rub-a-dub? Oh my damn. Start seeing stars and I think the reason why I had started journaling again post high school was because like I was so lost. All my friends were going to university or they had like concrete plans, and I didn't. I wasn't going to uni. I was upgrading, and I just felt like my life was going to shit. That's what it felt like. There's so much going on at home. I was just like trying to figure myself out. Hence why I'm like, let's get back to writing. So let's read some. And girl, the progression through these and just reading back and like getting to know myself at that time is insane. First journal back since like the 4th grade. I'm 18 when I start writing this, right? And the first entry is on Wednesday, November 16th, 2016 at 12:35 a.m. Like I said, remember, I'm still on my living and rocking for Jesus tip. Do you ever feel like God has something super exciting in store for you? So you kind of just sit there excited and hopeful for the future? This is the first time I've ever felt any type of hopefulness for the future, and it's riveting. There's nothing better than fully understanding that God has an amazing plan for you and that he will never fail you. Aww. Wow. No, and I still wholeheartedly believe that. I still so wholeheartedly believe this, and I feel like, wow, she was writing this for me to just read right now. Are you kidding me? Thank you, Jazz. And so much of these, like, there's so many goals. While I was upgrading, I was like keeping track of my grades and, you know, just like on top of my shit, because I remember at this time was like I was trying to figure out what I was doing next, and I'm like, I think I came to the conclusion that I wanted to move to Toronto so for school. So I'm like, oh well, if you want to come to uni in Toronto, like you need to get your grades in order. So I think that's what that was. Oh, there's one here. Thursday, April 6th, 2017 at 11:31 p.m. I feel very stressed at the moment. Everything was going so well for a little while. I had money, I made all my payments for my bills, and I was just feeling good about everything. And I said, as of right now, I don't have car insurance. My registration for my car is expired. My credit card needs to be paid. Girl, damn, back to back to back. I said, I feel so overwhelmed right now. To add to that, I haven't heard from any of the universities I applied to. Whenever I'm home, I just feel annoyed. Aww. I don't want to say everything is falling apart because that's not true. I just feel like it's one bad thing after the other right now. I know the situation will pass, but it's just so irritating. Okay, girl, let it out. Let it out. A lot of this journal is me from the age of, so this is 2016. Yeah, so from 2016, I swear I had like maybe 1 or 2 entries from 2016. We jumped to 2017. And then this journal ends 2019. So from 2016 to 2019, I've written in here, which is insane. So from that period in my life, I was like moving from Toronto to from Calgary to Toronto, about to start uni. I even write about it here. June 14th, 2017, I write, well, today officially marks 78 days before I moved from Calgary to Toronto. I know this is just for school, but I feel like it is much more complex than that. I feel like this is the fresh start that I need and I've been looking for. In 78 days, I will be in a brand new environment, meeting new people, reinventing myself. I mean, I should be doing that every day, but come on, I'm moving to the 6th. That's literally what I wrote here. And I get to start fresh. I will finally be able to free myself from this tiring routine I endure every single day. Sleep, work every single day at jobs that I don't even fuck with that heavily. And I get to almost create this new routine. I don't really want to call it a routine, but come on now, you know what you know what I'm talking about. And lastly, I feel like I get to surround myself with people that I want to, and with people who know what I'm going through, because we will all be going through the same thing, transitioning into university. Oh, I just want to give younger me a hug. Like, someone get that girl a hug. Someone get younger me a hug. God damn it. And then yeah, the next couple entries are just like literally me counting down. I said today marks 22 days until I move to Toronto. Like so I have an entry from August 18th, 2017, and then my next entry, so this is after I've already moved to Toronto, is December 24th. And I start talking about this guy. T. Oh, okay. Listen to younger me here. February 7th, 2018 at 12:25 a.m. I write, I'm writing it here today just because I really enjoy journaling and I should honestly do it more often because I think so much. When I think of my life in the grand scheme of things, I am happy. I love that I understand that happiness isn't a destination, but just an emotion. It's okay to feel other emotions too. You're human and that happens. But yeah, I just want to say that I'm happy and I'm destined for greatness. I will reach all my goals and more. Something that I really want to be is more disciplined. I will work on that. Yeah, so much of this journal is just me like navigating my early 20s. I go through a huge mental shift in this from 2016, 2017 to 2018. 2018 was also a very, very rough year for me, but I still hold my ground here. And I write such affirming things. I said, it's okay to not know. Life is about growing and experiencing things at different times. If we knew everything all at once, what fun would that be? I know it's tempting to want to know everything about your future, but chill out. Everything will work out if you just believe that it will. And on September 18th, 2018, I said, I'm doing better. And that's it. I'm doing better, period. And that's the whole page. Oh, mama, I can't read this. I can't read this to y'all, sorry. Bro, 2018 me was going through it. Oh, aw. I wanna give her a hug. I really like this entry. I said, I keep thinking about, this is Friday, November 30th, 9:34 a.m., 2018. I keep thinking about Steve Lacy's TED Talk titled The Bare Maximum. In the video, he talks about using what you have in the moment to go after what you want. This is a very vague description, but hear me out. My aspirations of wanting to become a YouTuber should not be put on pause because I don't have the right utilities. The equipment I have right now, my phone, laptop, etc. are the right utilities. I have to use them to the best of my abilities now. Oh, and I just stopped writing. Girl, what? Cliffhanger. But yeah, I do really love that TED Talk and I listen to it quite often since writing this. Oh my goodness, I go through a relationship that I write about. My first relationship, I write about it here. Thursday, January 18th, 2018, I write, I'm gonna be okay. I'm constantly going to be a work in progress and there is no reason in beating myself up for growing. This year I am accepting difficulty for what it is and fighting back. I am strong and I am more than capable of enjoying this life while still going through difficult times. Wow, you're so right, mama. You're so right. On Thursday, January 24th, 2018, I write, I haven't been embracing and fully living in the present moment. I realize that when I don't solely focus on my future and stop living and or beating myself up for things that happened in the past, what's crazy to me is that once you realize that the only moment you can truly live in is the present moment, there's a shift in the way you think. I'm working more on fully being present and experiencing what's going on, whether it be negative or positive. When I complain about how fast or slow the time is moving, it's almost always because I'm imagining. Should I turn this up? Yeah. We're getting towards the end of this, and in the year of 2019, I go through like a mental shift of I'm like really just wanting to just make my brain a healthy place to reside. I question a lot of things that I believe. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. That's so funny. Friday, March 1st, 2019, I wrote, I have this unwavering feeling that I am not good enough or pretty enough or have enough money. I just don't feel enough. I continue to compare the things I have to what I don't have or what others have, and what exactly does that do for me? I don't know. I feel very insecure about my body right now as well, and it's very unlike me to feel this way. And I just end it there. I hope you can hear me, but I had to move locations because my camera kept dying and it was just a whole thing. But I think I'm gonna just cut the video really short because I'm like, are you guys even interested in me reading my journal entries? I love reading my journal entries back, but do you guys even care? You know what I mean? But anywho, yes, this journal like carried my entry into my 20s. This is literally 2021. Yeah, 20 and 21-year-old Jazz lives in here. Okay, I'm gonna continue to read these journal entries. I don't give a heck. Oh, I'm such a Pisces. It's disgusting. I wrote a letter to my ex-boyfriend after I broke up with him. So of course I never read this to him. Oh, you know what's so funny? I actually hated this man, but I still thanked him for the relationship. Insanity. I broke up with him for the last time. I'm proud of myself because I was mature enough to realize that the relationship was no longer serving me. That chapter has ended. September 27th of 2019, I wrote that. I said, wow, blank and I are really over. I feel like a free woman. I'm so proud of myself for taking that step and fully committing to the decision that I made. The relationship was no longer serving me, so it had to end. But yeah, like a lot of this journal, I love so much. Like it's literally falling apart, but I love this journal so much because I was quite literally just a baby, early 20s me, just trying to discover who I am, and I questioned so much of myself in here. Oh my goodness, it's me talking about an ex, and then immediately I opened a page talking about my relationship with my current boyfriend. Like the tea is hot. Are you kidding me? The last journal entry in here, and I'm talking about how 2020 is about to be the most transformative year of my life. Baby, 2020 transformed everybody's life, and that's on tea. So this journal has such a special place in my heart. Actually, all my journals have such a special place in my heart. My next journal is still brown. We still kept it on theme. This one is from the years 2020 to 2022. So this is 2 years of my life. Oh, I was 22. Okay. So in 2020, I was 22 years old. So I was still fully in the depths of my early 20s. I got in my first relationship, ended it because I came to the realization that I hated that nigga. Got into a new relationship with my current boyfriend, and yeah, this journal is also in chronological order. I think I journaled more in this one than I did in the last one. Like these ones were so spread out, like I would go months in between entries, but this one is like Wednesday, April 7th, and I wrote like 4 pages, and then again April 19th. So these journal entries are in close succession. So I feel like they have, oh my gosh. In this journal, I wrote myself a check. In 2021, I wrote myself a check for $10,000. And I was talking about social media and that I'm getting paid $10,000. This was a manifestation. And you know what's so insanely crazy? That came into fruition. Okay, this one. So this is Tuesday, July 28th, 2020. At this point in my life, this was the pandemic. I was living at home for a little bit, like for 4 months. This was the first time in a very long time where I was at home for like 4 months is the longest I've been home since moving out. So that was a lot. And then I think in that summer I came back to Toronto, and then I quarantined here and stayed inside basically. But Tuesday, July 28th, 2020 at 12:51 p.m. I wrote, remember, there's a solution for any problem that you have in your life. When presented with an issue in your life, watch how you think about the solution. There's always a way. And they talk about how I had the best time in Calgary with my friends. I feel so insanely blessed and lucky to be surrounded with the friends and family that are in my life. I want to make a promise to myself. I came to Toronto to get an education and garner new experiences. I've been extremely confused with my purpose the last couple of years. But in this moment, I am thankful for all the BS that I went through because the growth is impeccable. I want to make a promise to myself. I'm going to try with everything in my life and no longer half-ass it all. I know I always say that I never asked to be born, which is a fact. I never asked to be here. But since I am here, I might as well have a good time. There are so many questions that I have about life, but those answers will come in due time. Like, what? And this journal is giving she's grown. This journal is giving she's self-actualized. This journal is giving like, oh, third eye is opening type beat. Like, what? That entry 8. Don't play with me. So I love this journal so much because the progression in the way that I think about myself and the way I think about my life from that last journal to this one, insane. Like, oh, she has grown. I have an entry here talking about the struggles of finding a place to live in Toronto, and then the next entry is we found a place to live. And they're like a month apart. Aww. You see how beautiful journaling is? You see what I mean? Oh, I'm reading a journal entry here and I'm unpacking some trauma. I don't think I can share this one with you guys, unfortunately. Okay. Friday, March 18th, 2022. I asked myself, what do I have to lose in pursuing my dreams full force? Damn, I'm really like out here calling myself out. Girl. Okay, this is one of the last entries in here. It says, self-doubt is crazy because you could really be out here killing it, doing all you've ever dreamt of doing for so long, and your brain could really try and convince you that you're a failure and that you don't deserve to keep going and keep trying. Like what? Talk about self-sabotage. I think that has been like a huge theme in both of these journals, is seeing how my mental has shifted from a place of like insecurity. These two journals seem to quite literally be manuals of how I fostered a healthy mental space, which is just like so crazy to look back on. This is my current journal, and I have some bangers in here. I have gotten so confident in my writing, and in the sense of just like writing from a place of uplifting myself, even when I am like brain dumping a day. It comes from a place of love, you know, and I feel that progression from that first journal to this one. I'm gonna read this one because I write about fall. I love fall so much, you guys. Okay, I said, fall is my favorite season because it is as if the earth is telling us to go inside, physically and emotionally / spiritually. I appreciate my home and the home I'm creating so much more as the fall season rolls around. As the weather falls more into a crisp, I have this desire to surround myself with warmth, whether that be with people or things that ignite a warmth in my soul. The wind sings a bit louder during the fall. It is as if the nerves that wrapped around her vocal cords during the spring summer have loosened and confidence takes over during the fall. The wind sings with such intensity during the fall, and I feel like I am the only one in the audience. I love the show. I love the fall because it forces me to retreat and look inward. Start questioning something in my life and see if I really want to hold on to it. I love fall because its beauty is paramount. Fall shows me that change is beautiful. The releasing of old, dying things is a beautiful necessity. Like, I wasn't writing like that in here. I wasn't cooking the way I'm cooking right now. Like, what? I feel like my writing style has changed. And you can definitely see in this journal that I started reading more again. Yeah, this is the most current journal. My last entry was Wednesday, October 23rd. This I wrote literally October 18th, so like almost a week ago I wrote this. I said, I am aware of my breath. It is not as deep and full as I would like it to be. I just took a deeper breath. What a great metaphor for how I would like to continue leading my life. Notice a pattern that isn't aligning with how I would like to show up in my life and take an action to correct it. It all seems so simple, but there is truly something about taking the first step towards the most mundane task that makes it seem like the highest climb of the tallest summit. And then when you get it done, it's always like, wow, that wasn't that bad, huh? Continue to remember and hold that in the forefront of your mind when it feels tough. That once you start that hard thing, it's almost always not that bad. Today I wake up grateful to be alive, grateful to have woken up in a warm bed, grateful to be able to stretch and move my body, grateful for my cup of water. Sorry, I said grateful for my cup of coffee, grateful for my morning journal practice, grateful to have a job, grateful to move my body through dance. Today I want to lead the day with fullness, meaning being all there even in situations where it feels as if I would much rather be feeling something else. I would like to stay present within the given moment and see how I can react in a way that allows me to show up as my best self. Also, what does a day with minimal to no complaints feel like? I said, okay, well, let's find out today. Oh my God. Who is she? I'm such an advocate for journaling and just writing down your thoughts and expressing your thoughts. And I have such a hard time sometimes articulating my thoughts, especially when I feel like I haven't been given enough time to process them. So writing and journaling allows me to process my thoughts in a way that's non-judgmental. You know what I mean? Like you're just writing how you feel, even if it's the most mundane thing, just write it out. So yeah, if you have difficulty processing your thoughts, your emotions, all that, just try journaling and just expelling those thoughts and emotions is something physical. you know? And I think I also want to reiterate that like journaling, it's not about being perfect. Think about it like a junk drawer of sorts. Like this journal from 2016 to 2021 or whatever, 2016 to 2019, I think. It's like a junk drawer of my thoughts. And you know, you go back and you look into this junk drawer and you're gonna find something meaningful in here. It's crazy. If you're an overthinker, start journaling. At least you'll have a place to keep all that chaos, you know? Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me and like allowing me to read my journal entries to you. If you journal, tell me why, and tell me if your journaling practice differs from mine. Share. I would love to hear how you guys vibe out. If you don't journal, why? Quickly, why? Okay, no fighting. Ciao for now.